Hello everybody, welcome to another exciting night of Kusogrand3. Exciting night, it's like almost noon here. Never mind, it's morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, good to see you, Mr. Torcha, Genie. Come join the madness. And hello, Mike.
Hello, bro.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. Have we revealed the game yet?
What's that?
Have we revealed the game yet?
No, we have not. But trust me, we will in just a little bit. And I know you're excited for this game. I think anyone who knows the game is definitely excited for it today. Yeah, Dana, come on in, come chill. We've got beautiful games today.
Yeah, all 5 people who probably know this game.
All 5 of you, you're going to be so excited about this. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, this is the last winner's bracket match from what I understand. And because of that, whoever wins this goes to the grand finals. Bangerra or Andy. It's... Oh, Glitchless, thank you for the sub. But yeah, it's great to see it come down to these two, because Andy almost won last tournament. Bangerra has been in since the first one. I'm just excited to see how it goes. Oh.
Me too.
Yeah, I know you are, Mike. Trust me. It's going to be a very special time. So, is there anything that you want to say about the game before we reveal it?
I know about this game actually from a really old gaming magazine called Game Players, and it was their worst rating, and it was called, well, the title of this game.
Wait, their worst rating was named after this game?
Yes, it was named after this game.
Oh,
and for their last issue, before they turned into Ultra Game Players, they actually did a review of this game so people could see the horror.
Ooh. Well, there you go, everybody. It's going to be one of those legendary games. It seems like a few people actually know what you're talking about, Mike. I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised, you know?
No, it's not that surprising.
Sorry, my capture software is being unusually dumb right now. I'm not sure why. Okay, it's fine. Well, you know what? Royal Blue Wizard, thank you for the sub, and let's go ahead and do the reveal. Mike, I'm sure you're excited for this. So, this is a game that, yeah, we've never had on Kusogrand3 before, but it is kind of legendary in its level of crapness. We've got Cosmic Race for PlayStation 1 coming to ya.
Yeah, so this game is notable for a couple of reasons. The first one I mentioned is that it was the 0 rating on Game Players. It was the absolute worst rating. It had a 0 in, well, every category, and the game pretty much deserves it. This game is Japanese exclusive. It was actually made before the PlayStation even came out in the US, and this is NeoRex's only game. And in fact, if you go to NeoRex's official website, www.neorex.co.jp, you will actually not be able to find a single mention of this game on their website.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this is the only game they developed, for good reasons, and I won't spoil the graphics for you, but they use stock development kit textures in this game.
Oh, baby. This sounds like it's going to be beautiful. So I'm actually I know very little about this game, so I think that's why we're deferring to the expert Mikeyama here.
Yeah, and the thing is, I tried finding information on this game online, but there's really not a lot. They only made this one game. They're now known for making like time keeping and productivity software. For example, they're known for having Bye Bye Time Card, cloud-based time card service, which is the third most widely used in Japan, used by IKEA and some other companies. So they seem to be doing all right in terms of business. They just don't do all right in terms of games. Every single Japanese review I've seen for this has been like 1 or 2 stars at most.
Wow. That's so special. I love it. I love it so much. 1 or 2 stars. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, there's even the 1-star review in Amazon, just Amazon Japan, just seems to be a joke review because it's like, definitely buy this, and it says 1 star.
Oh, there's no way that's a joke. They're giving it a high recommendation. Well,
interesting note, I did not tell them the controls, which are very, very interesting. I will say what the controls are once they start. So if you see them not moving or anything, that's not really their fault, because this game has really stupid controls. The other thing to note is that the one thing I did tell them is that all the buttons are used, including select, and I told them not to press start after a race unless they wanted to retry a race, which they don't.
Yeah, because start apparently resets the race. Yeah, I don't know. Don't hit start after the race, or you're going to be playing it again, because that's going to be great. Yeah, Andy's got a good name right now. We're just going to chill for a minute or two. Actually, let me go ahead and test audio so that we can hear this sweet, sweet music.
And we're using Bang's audio, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Oh, this is music.
It sure is.
Not the worst music I've heard. This is okay.
It's not. Even for generic music, it's not the worst music you'll hear. Now, the mode that they're going to be playing is the Cosmic Race mode, which is like the Grand Prix. And there's no chance that they'll finish this game, to my knowledge, because I've played it a bunch, and not only do the courses get longer, there's apparently 33 of them.
33 courses?
Yes.
Sweet. Good, we're going to have a lot of Cosmic Race. And you know what? We're actually going to start a tiny bit early today because they're both ready.
Oh, bangerra wants to put in a name. That's fine. So bangerra said that he was playing a bit of Rocket League beforehand, and I told him that practice might help him. Yeah, so there, as you see on bangerra's screen, there's the reverse key, up and down. That's done in binary for whatever reason, so it's not like no, yes, it's like 0 and 0, 1.
Wait, what?
Exactly. So you hit 0, 1 if you want to have like flight sim style controls. And yes, you do actually go up and down in this racing game.
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah. It's a pretty generic Casio Roland stock keyboard sound effects. That just means backspace, Bang.
Backspace, 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 backspace.
Exactly. But he couldn't get over that.
Okay, I am going to be doing the countdown right now for them. Oh.
And just remember, chat, you are allowed to talk pretty much anything about the game in here because the runners are not in chat.
Oh my gosh, go away, you dumb
And yes,
pop-up.
this is the winner's final. Whoever wins this match does go into the grand final.
So wish them the best of luck. They are going to be rocking out right now to Cosmic Race.
I mean, bangerra sounded happy that this was a racing game, so we'll see if he's still happy after the end of this race.
And the timer will start as soon as we get into one of the races here.
Oh, I didn't tell them that there are multiple racers, and they can really screw themselves over by picking a bad racer.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so bangerra just picks the first guy, who is actually probably the best guy to pick because he's the fastest. However, he has the weakest shield, so if he runs into too many objects, he will die.
Uh-oh. Okay. Here we go. Andy is currently getting into the first
Okay, so
stage
bangerra
as
learned
well.
how to accelerate, which is the R1 button. He doesn't know how to turn yet. He's currently strafing, and he already went out the course. It's worth noting, so the controls work like this. R1 accelerates. Left, right, up, and down don't actually turn your vehicle, but they strafe your vehicle in those directions. The face buttons actually turn your vehicle. So that's why they're kind of not doing a great job of staying on the course. Because you have to use the face buttons to turn, and there are times where you have to use like right and circle at the same time and left and square at the same time to do a tight turn, even on this first course.
Really?
bangerra's actually having a pretty good grasp of the controls.
Wow.
He's already in first. He's hanging near the bottom of the course, which is actually what you're supposed to do, because the further away you are from the course, the faster you go.
Or
No,
the
sorry, the
closer
further away
you
you are, the slower you are. The closer you are to the course, the faster you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Lady Amygdala, this is pure terror, and Andy said that Baby's Day Out was the worst game he had played yet, and I couldn't just, back out now. I had to, somehow top myself, so I went with this.
So Andy chose this robot guy. What do you make of that?
The robot guy has a high shield. I don't think his top speed is very fast. He could still win the race if he knew that hugging close to the ground made him go faster. bangerra caught on to that really quickly, so he's probably going to win this race. And you do have to get in first, because there's only two vehicles, technically, that are competing, to win.
Wait, you're only
to progress.
competing against
so
one
there's
other?
all those random flying vehicles, but that's not who you're racing against.
You're racing against
Also,
the red.
bangerra's doing
red
astonishingly well for using the third-person view. It's really the first-person view that I found the best. So Andy probably discovered L2 and R2, which all they do is shift your camera off axis, so you really have no idea where you're going.
Uh-oh. Wait, are you serious?
You should never hit L2 and R2. Yes, I'm serious. If you hit L2 and R2, you'll just veer your camera in that direction, and then there's no way to center it back, so you spend a lot of time readjusting it to center it back.
It looks like Andy is learning how to turn a little bit.
Yes, Andy's learning how to turn. He's slowly learning that the closer you are to the ground, the faster you go. It looks like this vehicle he's using is pretty slow, and I don't think he has a chance to catch up to this point, but we'll see. bangerra made it to the goal. He didn't miss the goal. You can miss the goal, which is a thing that's happened to me before, as of today. And if you miss the goal, you actually have to turn around and readjust yourself so you actually land into the goal.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's not a finish line. It's just this little pod thing that you have to hit.
Stage 1, course 2 for bangerra. Now, how many tracks are there in this game?
There's apparently 33. I got up to the 6th or 7th one before, because I wanted to test this game to see if it was viable for Kusogrand. It definitely was. So, and, okay, Andy didn't reach the goal. His opponent reached the goal.
Yep.
So he has to either retry this track, or he might want to change his racer.
I wouldn't blame him if he changes racer.
And,
that would probably be good.
And as I mentioned before, as you can see from the textures, they're not that great, and they look not very detailed, and that's because these are straight out of this PlayStation 1's development kit.
Okay, looks like he's going with the same character here. I love that.
Standing Robot Man.
So, let's see. How did you find this game, Mike?
It's actually because I used to read Game Players as a kid, and so I knew about this game, and it's 0 rating from Game Players. And then, many, many years later, when I was, thinking up of games for Kusogrand3, I remembered this game, and I was like, I should try this game out and see if it's as bad as, Ultra Game Players claim. Because, there's a lot of games that, have notoriety for being bad, but maybe they're not as bad as people think they are. Or there's, underlooked, I wouldn't say gems, but I guess turds for Kusogrand3.
Yes.
This is kind of both, because, not too many people remember the Game Players magazine. But at the same time, it's definitely deserving of its 0 out of 0 reputation. There's not really the only redeeming factor of this game, it's really weird. If you look at the number on the bottom and the S to G, the game actually does a very good job of tracking your progress from start to finish. So if they're stuck in the same course by the time this race is over, we can determine who's ahead just by that progress meter.
Just by the number there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's very convenient. It's like the one good feature this game has. And if you're wondering what the top right map does, I have no clue. The timer on the top is actually kind of like, it's a countdown timer for course out. So technically, if you knew the tracks really well, you could shortcut by going outside of the course for a little bit, because that doesn't actually slow you down. Just that countdown timer goes down.
I love it. Oh, Andy's going first person. This could be advantageous.
I think is the best mode for traveling. It makes it easier to traverse. It makes it you have a better sense of perspective of how close you are to everything. And Andy isn't first in this track, and even though he's very behind, some of the later tracks have a lot of obstacles, and Bang has the lowest shields out of all of the vehicles. And unless if he learns how to turn really well, he's gonna have he might have a lot of trouble in one of the later tracks.
What happens when you go out? And
you can collide with the purple bots, because Cosmic Race. Even though a lot of the collision detection doesn't work, like with Andy's right there, you can collide with the purple bots. And what were you saying, Brosencha?
I'm just trying to think what happens when you go out of bounds? Or out of the course?
It just says out of course, and the countdown timer goes down. So you can't be out of course forever. It's worth noting, you see that gray filtering? There are certain tracks where you can be technically in the course, where those triangles are.
Yes.
But not in the course, because the gray filtering will actually be above ground.
Okay.
And I know that sounds really confusing, but they'll probably make it to stage 2, and that's where it starts to happen.
That's so weird.
Yes, Karazi, this is their only game, and it's pretty obvious why it's their only game, and why they got right out of game development right after.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at everybody who worked on this, and this is literally the only game that any of them have credits for. I'm trying to find anybody here who worked on another game.
And while it's worth noting that Bang is a full course ahead, if he has to restart a course and Andy doesn't, then Andy's caught right up.
Wait, they had object designers?
I mean, there are objects. Uh-oh, Bang's out of the course!
No! Bang! Get in the course! Okay. There we go.
Alright, okay. Bang's in the course again. Oh, alright, Bang's... So, Bang has learned how to turn, but he might not have learned that you can hit right in circle and left in square at the same time to do really sharp turns. And while Bang is still fairly far ahead in this track, it's worth noting that if he starts to go out of the course a lot, or if he's way above the course like that a bunch, the other guy can catch up. And sure, FPS is fast per second, because I have no idea what it is. Just like how your vehicles are called VEDs.
Fast per second? Wait, what are your vehicles called?
VEDs? I don't know.
Wow.
I don't have. Probably should have looked up the manual to this game, even though it's in Japanese. Maybe it would have revealed some of the deep, enriching cosmic race lore and
The
how
cosmic race
everyone
lore.
looks like they were an anime character drawn in about 10 seconds. I don't know what Bang's doing, but he's in second now, and it looks like we're gonna have that restart of a. He's gonna have that.
Oh no, bangerra!
I don't know what he did, but he's really outside the course now.
Whee! Oh baby.
Oh god. He has been cosmic raced.
Game over. It happens. It's cosmic race. This gives Andy a chance to start catching up.
Race. Oh, he clipped into the floor. I didn't know you could do that in this game.
Well,
but and again, I usually tried to avoid the floor, so.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Don't clip into the floor, everybody.
And we have a race again.
Yeah, Andy is starting to catch up. Just got to beat this stage. He's decently ahead of the other racer as well, so I think Andy's going to be fine here.
Yeah, Andy will be fine here. I think Andy has also learned how to do the tight turn, because I noticed that he's not just turning, but he's also strafing while he's turning, which means he's learned the nuance of the tight turn.
He's learned the rules of the controls. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he's definitely doing pretty good at the tight turn, from what I can see. That'll make a huge difference.
Yeah, bangerra doesn't seem to realize that you can do a tight turn. But, you know, I told neither one of them the controls. They caught on to accelerate surprisingly fast, so there's that. Oh, no! Did he? Okay, good. He moved on to the next course.
Oh, apparently Almeida is saying that the speed measurement is probably feet per second.
It's probably what?
Feet per second?
Oh, maybe? But this is Japan. They use meters.
Not in Cosmic Race, they don't.
This is true. Maybe they feet as an actual literal feet.
No, bangerra, get out of the terrain.
Oh yeah, so with Chris and Keith has actually played this game. I am glad that he is in the chat and not in this winners finals, because he has actually played this game. It is second on his worst games ever list. I don't know what first is, but I'm really curious what it is now. And I haven't played the other modes, but apparently they're even worse than this one. So apparently I gave them the nice mode.
Aw. Good job, Mike. I'm glad that you have some compassion here.
Well, you know, we wanted something that could be measured.
I'm glad
even
that
if it's in feet per second or failures per second.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad that bangerra still hasn't figured out how to go into first person, because I think that would be helpful. Whoa!
I told them every button was used, including select.
So good. Yeah, this is Cosmic Race.
It just shows how sophisticated the game is. It uses every button, even though you never want to hit L2 and R2 unless you really just want to have no idea where you're going.
Scuddy, thank you for the raid. Come enjoy the race. Now, I'm going to try to find any information about this game, because I don't know, this is just fascinating. It's strange.
It is. It is really strange, because, like, a lot of early PlayStation 1 games, even the Japanese exclusives, weren't, like, this unpolished. Usually there were 2D games, or, like, you know, your basic 3D game, like, but they had, like, texture shading, and they used their own textures and design stuff, at least, even if it didn't age well, like, Battle Arena Toshinden. And apparently there's also, like, an open world mode where you have to collect stuff. So I didn't choose that one, at least, I guess.
Okay. Probably a good idea. Okay, Andy is probably about a minute or so behind bangerra currently. But I do think that bangerra has the possibility of dying again in future stages. We'll see if that happens.
Yes. I mean, there's some uphills and downhills in this stage, and they only get more extreme. There's also, like, coral reefs in the second area because you're underwater.
Ooh. Oh, bangerra, get back in the course. Well, for a little while.
Yeah, he hasn't learned how to do the tight turns yet. That is going to be problematic for him.
Yeah,
especially as he
Andy...
bonks into a giant fish.
Oh, those... The fish! They're so hideous!
Fish. I know. The googly-eyed fish.
Blah, 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 blah.
Maybe this game is like, you know how early punk bands, and then there were, you know, people in the audience, even though they didn't have many people in the audience, but almost all of those people made a band because they were like, if they can make music, so can we.
Yeah.
Maybe Cosmic Race can be that inspiration for people. If Neorex can make a game like this, then I can make something.
I feel like I could make something better than this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give yourself that do-it-yourself punk attitude.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, jeez, bangerra, tight turns.
Bangerra is still doing pretty well, but so if you look at the triangles, the red triangle is his opponent, and it's not very far behind, and then he just went way out of the course there.
Oh, and ran into the fish! Not the fish!
Oh no, not the fish!
So many fish. Okay, Andy and bangerra are on the same stage right now. Bangerra is having a bit of a hard time.
Yeah. Well, the difference between this and Jumping Flash Katarani is that Jumping Flash, even though the graphics are kind of dated, still is a really fun game to play and has a fun 3D world to hop around in and stuff. Cosmic Race is they just puked everything everywhere.
I don't know. I feel inspiration when I look at this. I want to fish like the other fish I see here. Oh no, bangerra, are you okay?
Oh no, why is he going in reverse?
Bangerra?
Accelerate? Do something? Okay. Oh, this might be where Andy takes the lead. Andy, I don't know what bangerra's doing.
Trying to get back into the course.
Because I don't think he clipped in anything. He just...
I don't know.
He just kind of went outside the course.
Wow.
Wow. Well, he got Cosmic Raced.
Andy is saying still way better than Baby's Day Out. So, Mike, you didn't outdo Baby's Day Out. Maybe you did.
Well.
Maybe you did. Yeah, bangerra did type a whole bunch of question marks in the Discord, so I think he's just as confused as anyone else.
Because it's not like he doesn't know how to play the game, but it just looked like he lost controls at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. With that said, Andy is Andy is sort of in the same situation now. Maybe if you stay out of the course for long enough, it just puts you in purgatory.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't remember having such an intense problem with course outs, though, when I played. Andy? Oh, what? What's going on? Alright, well, they're not... I don't know who's ahead. It's whoever's made more progress in this course. And whoever beats this first will be in the lead.
Yeah, I have a feeling we might be on this course for a little while.
Okay, well, we have the official opinion as someone who's played both games, which is probably only me and Chris and Keith. And I can say as someone who has played that Baby's Day Out is a better game than this, but I'd rather have raced this. So
yeah, I could understand that. I think Baby's Day Out is actually a pretty competent game.
It's weird, because Baby's Day Out obviously has inspirations and, has puzzle game logic and everything. It's just... they crammed in way too many mechanics. The controls are horrible. There's no checkpointing. It's so unforgiving. It's like...
Yeah, it feels like with Baby's Day Out, you have to take bite-sized portions of it. Don't play the whole game. Bangerra, get back in the course.
Bangerra's getting Cosmic Raced.
Oh no, Cosmic Race, Cosmic Race. Okay, Bangerra's kind of back in, maybe.
Oh, he's in.
Okay, good.
He's in. He's a little behind, but he can catch up because he's less than halfway through the track. He should also probably, stand a little closer to the bottom until that big coral reef. So, like a lot of PlayStation 1 games, this game has some really bad pop-in issues. And for those of you not familiar with pop-in, it's when the game can't really draw enough textures, and it's especially apparent in racing games. So, once you get closer, the textures that it can draw just suddenly pop into your face.
So
it's also been called pop out. You don't see this as much in the N64 because they just placed fog everywhere to disguise this fact. So even though you have about the same visibility in both PlayStation 1 and N64 games, it's just different how it occurs.
True. So let's watch Andy, because apparently around the 200 mark is when things go bonkers. 208 is what chat is saying.
Yeah, I guess that means you're so far off the course vertically that it's really hard to control. I don't know, it's weird. I actually didn't have that problem when I was testing this game.
Strange.
But that's their problem, not mine.
I love it! Oh my gosh, the turning in this. It just...
I mean, if someone bought a copy of this game to AGDQ, there could be two-player Cosmic Race races.
Ooh.
Because the game has split screen.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, everybody, I'm going to be at GDQ. Hope to see you there. Bring a copy of Cosmic Race. We'll duke it out. Oh man, speaking of that, I need to start getting ready for GDQ.
That's fair. You are playing Monkey King.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun, Mike. It's going to be fantastic. I'm excited for the whole awful block.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good awful block.
Oh my gosh, Fel, thank you for gifting the sub.
Bang was outside of the course for a little bit. Bang actually has to be really careful about not going outside of the course too much. He also has to catch up and get in first.
Yeah, this is what's going to be.
Your shields are on the left side. He has 21. A collision generally causes around 6 to 10, depending on Cosmic Race, I guess. I don't know. I think it's how fast you crash into it, maybe?
Oh, yeah. No, Bangerra, get back in! Oh, that's bad.
Oh, that's very bad.
I am so sad.
That was 495. So Andy gets past 495. He will definitely be in the lead.
Thank you
it
as
looks
well.
Like Andy's actually going to win this race.
Just wanted to say thank you, Polk, for subbing. Yeah, it's... I'm just trying to think. The biggest thing Bangerra is going to have to learn is how to stay in the course and not end up drifting to his death. Andy's figured that out pretty well, which is going to be helpful. Andy, get back in the course. You want to beat it.
Yeah.
This is
now,
so
the one
special.
thing that could happen is that Andy misses the goal, and then he has to, kind of back in and out and find it again, which would be very awkward. It's probably not going to happen, but it can happen. I don't know why it's not just a finishing line like any other racing game, but I guess NeoRex just had to do something different. Had to be all futuristic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at there's sharks and manta rays. I think they're manta rays. I don't know. You know, if you're gonna go and make a video game, and you're gonna go all out to make something unique, Might as well have it turn up as a pile of butts. It's fine.
Might as well just go all in.
Yeah,
so I noticed that
yeah.
Andy's not saving, which I don't think will be an issue, but if
Probably
something
not.
bad happens, then he will have to start all over again.
I like the lights that show up before you go. They appear to be like paint splotches or something.
Now, it is worth noting that Bangerra is playing the fastest vehicle in the game. It has the weakest shields. I'm not too sure about the control and handling of the vehicles. I'm a little disappointed they didn't like go through the characters a bit more, because there's this guy who looks really funny and derpy who has this giant blimp, and he's awful. But but I would have liked to at least seen him in the character select, because he's pretty funny looking.
Yeah, Andy is a little bit concerned that the races are getting longer. And I don't think they're going to stop getting longer.
Nope, they're not going to stop getting long.
Wait, Bangerra, get off the plant. Good. I love it. You come to a dead stop when you run into some, like, seaweed.
Yeah, it's really weird, because if you just go slightly above it, you can clip through it, but if you're, like, near the bottom of it, you just come to a dead stop.
So, yeah, Bangerra is taking a lot of damage on the shield right now.
Yeah. The problem is Bangerra is not quite getting the handling down. If he knew to hold, I think he's starting to slow down a bit for the turning, but that's not quite what he needs. That's not everything that he needs to do. He also needs to learn how to hold a direction and hit one of the face buttons to turn.
So amazing. I
So
do like the
Chris,
music in this
he
game.
says, one of the modes involves flying around an open area trying to find checkpoints on your radar. Even with the radar, I remember it being terrible.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
That sounds really bad.
Okay, is Andy
they're
stuck?
They're lucky I didn't discover that mode and only discovered the Cosmic Race.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, that one would probably be way harder to track, too. It's funny, because as terrible as this game is really easy to track.
So easy.
I mean, we could just listen to the hot jams, enjoy the googly-eyed fish. And the beautiful colored pastiche of textures.
Thank you, Feldtemp, for gifting another sub. You're fantastic. I appreciate it. Oh, Bangerra running into a hill there. Only 11 health left, and he's starting to get to the end of this stage, but I'm a little bit concerned that this might be getting towards the end. Tails, thank you as well for the sub. Let's see. So,
Yeah.
which character
Bangerra
would you
can
have recommended?
Bangerra can take one more hit before dying.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there he did. I should not have said that.
Bangerra, don't get out, don't get out, don't get out of the course.
Oh no, it's out. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I see what his problem is. He's so far off the course, he's going super slow.
So as soon as you get really far off the course, it's going to be very difficult to
Well,
get
if
back
you're really
in.
like far above it, and he was at that point, or like far away from it, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It might be too late for Bangerra to actually finish this race.
the problem is, even if he finishes it, he's in second. So a vehicle I would recommend, I don't know, it kind of doesn't matter that much, because you just need to learn the game first. I would either recommend the vehicle Bangerra's playing, because it's the fastest one,
Yeah.
or the Panther, who's the second fastest, but has about 10 more shield.
Ooh, there's a panther.
Yep, there's a Panther.
Oh no! Bangerra loses this race again. I'm starting to be a little bit concerned for Bangerra. Andy is like doing pretty well on this race, and it looks like he may be able to finish it this time.
I think he has enough shields to make it through. The advantage of what Andy's playing is that even though it's a little slow, he has a decent chunk of shields, like 110 or so.
Yeah.
So he can take at least like 4 or 5 extra hits, which is honestly making the difference. Because if he was playing the vehicle that Bang had, he'd probably have about 13 shields right now.
Yeah, and I remember you were saying that you were a little bit concerned that he'd be going slower, but I think having more shields is being advantageous here, honestly.
By the way, there is actually a speedrun of this game. Don't ask me why, but there is.
Well, of course
And
there
it's about
would
an hour and a
be.
half.
People speedrun crap.
And the guy says it's bad, but you know, who cares? But it's about an hour and a half, so if you want to compete in Cosmic Race, if you know Super Mario 64 is not quite your thing and you're part of the PlayStation Nation, you can compete in Cosmic Race.
Oh boy. The PlayStation
I'm actually
Nation.
not the one who speedruns it, Mopey Joe. It's, I don't remember who speedruns it. I just found it on YouTube when I searched for Cosmic Race. Yeah, the speedrun is that long because there's 33 tracks in this game.
That's so many tracks. Okay, Andy has finished that. Moving on to, I think, 2-3. Yep.
Yep. And I think this is the last track in Stage 2, and then we'll be able to see what Stage 3 is, which I never checked because I only play this game enough to test it.
We've got half an hour left. Bangerra looks like he might be doing a little bit better on this stage. Again, once we hit 200 is where
I do
chaos
think the
starts.
slower speed is benefiting Andy to an extent, just because it's easier to react to the ups and downhills and the turns.
Yep.
I don't know if it actually helps with the maneuvering, but but at least helps with reacting.
Oh my gosh. Like, it's hard to tell just by watching how bad the controls are. I can get a little bit of a hint, but
they're definitely not good. The worst part about them is that they're very unintuitive.
yeah, I could see that. Maybe once you get used to the controls, it starts being more playable.
It does. That still doesn't really, like, make the controls good, though. But yeah, the game's manageable once you have a handle on the controls. And Andy learned not to touch L2 and R2 pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you just joining us, L2 and R2, what they do is that they just shift your camera off axis in that direction. So if you hold R2, it just, like, shifts it to the right, but you're still going straight. So now you're just really disoriented in which direction you're going in.
Does that happen in first person as well?
Yes, it does.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Yes,
That's
it's
a
pretty
crime.
special.
You know, I have a feeling they didn't go and start making others, like, software for stuff. They were all put in jail for that control crime. Like,
Well,
seriously,
there's a
and the
reason
jail wouldn't
why-
even buy copies of this game, you know? They
There's a
couldn't
reason why they went to time card software, cloud-based time card software, and productivity software instead of expanding on the Cosmic Race universe.
productivity software. I think this is productive in that you play it for 5 minutes, then you're like, I never want to play video games ever again.
Yeah. Alright, well, this time Bangerra is doing pretty well. Has a decent amount of shields, has a decent lead, and seems to be learning the nuances of the controls. I do think one thing that would help a lot is going into first-person mode, but if he wants to stick with the third person, there's actually 3 views. I think he's going in. Oh no, he's not going in reverse.
There are 3 views?
Yeah, there's 3 views. There's 2 third-person ones, and there's 1 first-person one.
I was hoping one of them is like second person. How would that even work?
Person? That means like the other racer would be looking at you.
Oh yeah, you just see your car from other, like the fish's point of view, okay? They've got giant eyes, they're camera eyes.
Yep. Okay, so the PlayStation button layout, I assume most of you are familiar with Nintendo buttons. So like square is the equivalent of Y, triangle is the equivalent of X. Triangle is the equivalent of X. The cross button or the X button on the PlayStation controller is the equivalent of B, and the circle button is the equivalent of A.
I just had an idea for like the worst video game ever. It's a 2-player co-op game. One of you controls the character and the other person controls the camera. See, it's a second-person camera, okay?
Yeah, Mekons, I still don't really know what the mini-map does or how to read it, really.
Oh my gosh, bangerra.
Oh no, bangerra missed
No,
the goal!
bangerra, get back in! Get back in!
Reverse,
Oh my
reverse,
gosh, you're
turn
so
around.
close!
He missed the
It's right there! It's right there!
Okay, it's right there. It's
Yes!
right there.
Goal!
He got it! He barely got it, too. The opponent almost beat him.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so happy.
I don't know why the game lets you miss the goal.
It's a good game, Mike. Okay, I think Andy is still 1 track ahead of bangerra, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he is. And bangerra said a couple of words that aren't really appropriate for our PG audience. So
But I agree with them.
I would agree with it.
Oh my gosh,
like
Andy, you
Andy
just
almost
gotta
went under the
finish
course
this
there.
course. Wow,
Yeah.
this is gross. This is the grossest.
Oh, he has to take these turns so slowly. He still has a decent margin ahead of the opponent, so he's not in any trouble.
Bam.
But, okay, so it's worth noting that he has 15 shield left. So if he was playing, like, this speeder bike, he actually would have been dead. So it might be a good thing that he's actually playing a slower vehicle for this.
Oh yeah, I think so. Okay, Andy is done with 2-3, moving on to 3-1. bangerra is currently on 2-2.
I did mention the Game Players magazine, and that's actually why I knew of this game in the first place, Botman R. So for those who don't know, it got a 0. It was the 0 out of 0 rating Game Players, and before they switched to Ultra Game Players, in their last issue, they had a review of this game that rated every category, like graphics, gameplay, controls, fun, everything, a 0.
I think 0 out of 10, right? 0 out of 0 would be...
No, it's 0 out of 100.
Oh, okay. I kind of hoped they actually put it at 0 out of 0. They're just like, this
0
defies
0 would be pretty great.
Euclidean rules.
Yeah, it defies the rules of math. But to be fair, I mean, looking at these stages, it defies the rules of math. What is going on in Andy's screen?
I'm not completely sure.
Are you in heck or something? Like...
Stage 3, heck. It's low-key heck, though,
and there's
you know?
red little dots everywhere.
It's dot heck. Oh, pyramid!
Oh,
Maybe
the
it's
sun
Egypt.
pyramid.
Might be Egypt. Hard to say. This course is so dumb, Mike.
It's really bad. And do you see what I mean by the gray layering? As in, if you go below it, you're technically outside of the course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
This is inexcusable. How could they look at this and think we're gonna sell this?
That's why this is in pure terror.
Oh my gosh. Then again, half of the things you can fly straight through, so sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Oh my gosh.
That might happen, Drac XII. There's also the possibility that Andy's going to die on the stage Andy's on, because he's bumping into a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
And there's also the chance that even if he doesn't die, first the opponent will overtake him. Because right now, he's just barely ahead.
Yeah, I have no idea. I hope bangerra manages to keep this lead that he has here. It's not a very huge lead, but it's enough that he could still take the victory.
Yeah, it's enough that he can take the victory and make, like, not a major mistake, but, like, a moderate mistake. Like, being out of the course for a couple of seconds.
Noir, I appreciate the sub. Come and enjoy a cosmic race, okay? Cosmic race for the ages. By the way, after...
Don't enjoy it.
Or don't enjoy it. You can also vomit if you would like.
I mean, this game is probably somewhat motion sickness inducing. Alright, so Andy's near the end of the course. He has a good lead, but there's one problem, and that is he only has 16 shield. So if there's more obnoxious obstacles coming his way, he might actually be in a lot of trouble.
We'll find out.
Sudden
Pyramids.
pyramid. Okay. He dodged sudden pyramid.
Okay, good.
Pop in pyramid. Alright, looks like he'll be okay, maybe?
bangerra.
Yeah, so it looks like Andy's character, while probably not top tier for a speedrun or anything, is good for a blind race because he can take a beating.
Oh yeah, he's like got football armor.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
He's a mech.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Mechs, football players, basically same thing. Okay.
Andy says, I guess around this point the level designers went on strike. I don't know, that's a strong assumption, assuming that there's a level designer.
Level designer probably also made the fish, is what I'd guess.
Yeah. Who doesn't like the fish?
I love the fish. bangerra finishing 2-2, Andy on 3-2.
Yeah, so it's definitely quite the gap to overcome. If Andy starts having trouble on some of the courses, there is a chance for bangerra to catch up, but we'll have to see. This course that Andy's on doesn't seem like crashing's an issue. It just seems like staying on the course is an issue.
So I'm taking a look. I don't see a level designer. Wait, who?
Oh, wow, sudden pyramids.
Oh, sudden pyramids. Wait, oh my gosh. I found one person who has worked on something else other than Cosmic Race.
Who is it?
The
What did they
3D
do for
World
this game?
editor. They got a special thanks on Siren Blood Curse in
I don't know
2008.
what that game is.
I have no idea what that is, but
Wow.
good job.
Far out.
You broke outside of the Cosmic Race realm.
Except that's a special thanks. That doesn't necessarily mean they did any work on it.
Yeah,
Maybe
true.
they're like, thanks, Cosmic Race, for inspiring me to make games better than this.
Thanks for... Oh my gosh. Wait, no. Oh my gosh. Okay, I found somebody else. Support staff for Cosmic Race. Somebody on that actually worked on the Klonoa games. Tekken 6. He was the game programmer for that. Donkey
Are you
Konga.
serious?
Yeah.
Wow, so he worked on actual games.
Yes. There was someone from this who actually helped with Donkey Konga. Star Fox
and
Assault.
Tekken. Like, Tekken's a big deal series, and Klonoa's a good game. Yeah, exactly. So, basically, got a job with Namco.
Yeah. Good job, Hiroyuki Akamatsu. And that's pretty much the only person who actually worked on stuff outside of this game.
Yeah, because if they stayed with Neo Rex, they were probably like, I'm done with games. Oh no! Bangerra went way outside the course. But he's able to get back in.
And bangerra is still in the lead, which is...
Yeah. And he's also learning how to do... It looks... He might have learned how to do the tight turn, I'm not sure.
So many pyramids! Oh my gosh, the Egyptians went haywire in this alternate universe. Okay, like pyramids for everybody.
In heck Egypt.
In heck Egypt, yeah. It's like, instead of just having royalty buried, they're like a pyramid for everyone who dies.
Oh, Zane Soft is a very interesting company.
I can believe it.
But
okay, bangerra, ooh, starting to fall back a little bit. It's neck and neck right now.
It's neck and neck. If he wants to have a chance of staying in this race, he has to beat it this time.
Yeah, Andy is still doing pretty well on this track.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have any problems. He has plenty of shields. He has a huge margin ahead of his opponents.
Even with tons of surprise pyramids, Pyramid's not going to keep him down. This game's so bad.
It is. I mean, you needed something that was pure terror.
Oh, yeah.
And unlike some of the games that we've given in the past, no one's debating that this game is bad. They're like, this game looks like it has some redeeming quality. It's like, no. Everyone's
like, at least the fish are cute. That's all we can say about this game. Oh no,
okay.
bangerra,
Andy
no!
missed the goal at first, but he got it. He got it.
bangerra's behind the other racer.
Oh, it's really close though.
Yeah. By the way, I can't even see the other racer, I think, most of the time.
It's that black car ahead of him.
It's just wobbling all over the place.
Yep.
Do you know if the car can run into anything and get stuck?
This track that Andy's on.
Uh-oh.
He's already collided twice, and he's made about 30% progress in the track, maybe? Uh-oh. Bangerra, get back in! Get back in!
bangerra.
Oh,
okay, bangerra's in, but is still... No! Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah, there's 33 tracks in this game. I don't know why, but there are.
Yeah, Andy is almost a full stage ahead of bangerra at this point. Of course, Andy is having a fun time trying to find the track.
Yeah, he's having trouble finding the course.
I would probably just die and start this track over, to be honest.
What, in Andy's case?
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea. But it's also not a bad idea to just see what's ahead, to see...
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, considering that Andy has a lot of shield, and that the other car didn't get too far ahead of him, I'd say that this strategy is going to be fine. My gosh, they're juggling Egyptians!
No idea what those dolls with the orbs around them.
Juggling Egyptians.
They look more like Mayan or something like. Don't look. I don't know.
They're confusing their pyramids here.
Or they just came out of the developer's nightmares. So I was like, I must interpret my dreams in this game, because what else am I going to do?
I had a dream about Egypt, and there was a circus in town.
Yeah, pretty much.
Play in the game, Sam. We don't have anything else.
Clowns, and then the nightmare is complete.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's true. They do look. It does look a bit like Raijin, the Japanese thunder god. Yeah.
I mean, maybe. But then why the pyramids? I don't know.
That's true. And why the random concrete blocks?
I'm
How are
asking
you supposed to navigate this track? This is so stupid.
Like, Andy's doing pretty good trying to navigate this madness.
I'm kind of surprised he hasn't gone in reverse yet.
And remember, this is the 9th track out of 33.
I know. I mean, Proton John, we needed pure terror, and that's what this game is distilled of.
Yeah,
and of course, Proton John would know Cosmic Race.
Oh yeah, for sure. Andy taking a lot of damage. These pyramids. The Egyptians not making it easy.
No. What?
I don't know where he is! Okay, can he get back? Andy, where are you?
He's asking that exact same question to himself. Probably with a lot more Kusogrand3 unfriendly language. Is he going in reverse? Okay, he's not going in reverse.
Okay, he's good.
I really couldn't tell which direction was reverse and which one was the proper direction.
RBW, thank you for gifting that sub, and welcome to... I'm glad that there are people who are here to enjoy Cosmic Race.
Yes.
I think Andy at one point was going in every direction, you know, to be fair.
I think so.
No, we didn't give them the controls. Why would we?
The only thing I told them about the controls was that every button is used, including select, and don't press start after you beat a track, or else you'll replay that track. Because I'm really nice. I want them to make progress.
Yes.
Proof that I'm a nice GM.
You're evil.
I should go.
Yeah, there
the sharp. So the sharp turn control is so left and right strafe you left and right, and square and circle actually turn you, because this game is super intuitive controls.
Bangerra.
So to do tight turns, you do right and circle or left and square. Yeah, Bangerra's struggling. It's honestly not that surprising. The game just gets rough like immediately in stage 2. Tons of obstacles you can collide into, tons of tight turns, and you really have to master the controls by then. And even if you do, it's still really rough. I mean, look at Andy. He has a really good grasp of the controls, and he only has 2 seconds before he's too far outside of the course.
And we're at the end of the stage. I think it's going to get worse.
40? What?
I think it's going to get worse this stage right towards the end. I mean, look at this madness.
Oh, God. What's going on?
Course out. That's what's going on. So much course out.
That is true. Like, Andy's granny stratting this, which makes sense because he's near the end of the course. He really doesn't want to have to redo it. Because even if he is ahead of bangerra, who would want to ever replay this course?
True. I'm not sure I would want to. Only having 22 shield as well, that could get wrecked very quickly. As long as Andy, though, pays attention and doesn't take too much... Ooh, down to 13 shield. I love how many ways there are to lose in this racing game. Oh my gosh, Andy!
Oh, he made it!
5 shield left!
He got the goal, and he had 5 shield left. I guess picking the robot was the good choice, because there are so many races where he's only had 20 shield or less. So we're going to get to see the 4th stage.
Oh boy.
It's space?
Well, good. He's a space robot, so...
That's true.
This
he
is
a mecha.
Andy's natural environment right here, okay? If you ever want to know what Andy's bedroom looked like... This is more like Andy's hallways.
Yeah, oh no! Oh, what's going on? That is not a good effect. That is not okay.
I'm not 100% sure what's happening here.
It looks like he's not moving, but it's just the wall effect. Oh god.
Is he turning?
No, he's not turning. It's the way the walls are moving.
Oh,
it's the lines on the walls.
Get ready to vomit, everybody.
Oh god, what is that? Oh jeez.
Okay, I kind of love this.
But to use the force, he has to know which direction to use the force in. Where does he use it? There's no perspective of time or space or anything in here. It's like one of those what is it?
A deprivation chamber?
Yeah, deprivation sensory chambers.
Ooh. Yeah, just don't fly into any of the attack helicopters that are floating out here in space.
Yeah, this is like a kid's bedroom with a bunch of model airplanes in space, or in an anti-gravity chamber. Like, I don't know how else you describe.
Oh my gosh.
What is with the lines?
I don't like it.
You know, I bet one of the credits not in the credits is playtester, because anyone who playtested this for like 2 seconds would be like, no.
I didn't see playtest. Oh my gosh! It gets worse!
You know
How
what?
did it get worse?
Can we give this game like a -10 for graphics?
And that's being kind. I see support staff. I see someone who worked on the algorithm.
The algorithm to make as many people motion sick as possible in the 4th stage?
There's a credit for T-Server. Coca-Cola's vending machine is credited. Oh, the vending machine gets a credit in this game. That's so good.
Yeah, those are legitimately the controls for Cosmic Race. That Imgur pick are the actual controls for Cosmic Race.
No, there's no QA for this.
Did Andy beat the stage? Oh, we're on course 2.
Course
so I'm pretty
2?
sure that guy used Coca-Cola vending machine because A, was in the building, and he needed to immediately disguise that he worked in this game. It doesn't look like bangerra stands a high chance of beating this. He's close to the first place, but if he takes one more hit, he's done, and he can't be outside of the course at all, or else he's done.
I'm so sad. bangerra, my heart has broken for you.
Yeah. This is a 1-hour match.
Yes.
I specifically chose this because I would not want to watch 2 hours of this. Although, honestly, it's kind of intriguing me with all the stages Andy's going through.
Yeah, these stages are fascinating.
They're fascinatingly horrible. It's like, who
that's pretty accurate.
It's like watching a train wreck or car wreck or something. Like, you should look away and you shouldn't focus on it, but it's so fascinating, you can't look away.
Oh my gosh. Like, I'm not sure I understand this space stage because it's longer, but that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, it's doing the... Oh, what is going on?
Woo! It's like a roller coaster, Mike. Just trying to give you that feeling that you're just gonna vomit all over the place.
I mean, now I can see where that 0 out of 100 rating came from. Maybe it deserved a -5 out of 100, but we'll never know.
I'm not sure this deserved 0 out of 100. Maybe it did. Maybe. Like, I'm not settled. Because, like, the game tried some new things. It absolutely failed, but it tried. And at least this stage makes you feel something. You know, I don't feel dead inside watching this. So that's a plus.
I don't feel dead inside watching this.
Andy, where's the course?
Ennui, rage, disorientation, confusion. Where's the track? Help.
I don't even know where the track is. Oh, there it is. Okay, good job, Andy.
Okay.
You're back in. Oh, sort of.
Oh.
Yeah, and the music is inoffensive.
Yeah. Inoffensive is probably the best thing we can say about the music. What are these twists and turns?
My gosh.
Are we in MC Escher's childhood hallway of toys or something like that?
I think so, because this is nuts. How could anybody be okay with making a map like this? It's so bad. And with that, Andy
it looks like
finishes.
we're about to run out of time.
Oh. Well, you know, Mike, it is time. That was Cosmic Race, and what a race that was. So, do you need to vomit? Are you good, Mike? Your stomach holding up?
My stomach is holding up, although that was probably... I generally don't get motion sick over video games, although that was probably testing my limits a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my
I am alive.
Good,
Hopefully
good.
Andy and bangerra are alive.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by this game, especially the stages Andy was on, because those are ridiculous. My guess is that nobody, reviewing this ever got to those stages. Hello, Andy. Welcome.
Hi. That was still better than Baby's Day Out, by a lot.
Really? Okay. I guess I didn't try hard enough, but I thought
it didn't have that many gotchas. Gotcha. It didn't have that.
That's true. And you did make steady progress, even though you're making steady progress through MC Escher's childhood bedroom with no concept of gravity.
Yeah.
So yeah, your thoughts on the game?
Once I understood how it worked, it wasn't bad. Also, first-person view made that thing way more tolerable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a reason why I mentioned every button was used, and oddly enough, Bangerra did not switch his view at all.
Select button, boys.
But first-person view would have helped a lot.
It did help. It's what I used when I figured it existed.
So what's really funny, Andy, is that you used one of the slower vehicles, but you had more shield. Bangerra used the fastest vehicle, but it has the lowest shield in the game.
Well, that thing saved my booty at the end of Lethal Lava Land because I had 5 shields at the end.
Actually, Rosench and I were talking about it, and we theorized in at least 3 or 4 of the stages you would have just died.
Yeah.
I picked Anime Girl in a Mech because it was Anime Girl in a Mech.
Oh boy.
That's fair. Although I think that was actually a guy.
Oh.
By the way,
effeminate people.
if we're still on the racer screen, if one of you could go to the character select screen.
Right, I'm gonna go
Andy's
reset.
still streaming.
Characters,
He can.
because there's one guy who is just so unbelievably majestic that we have to
Alright,
see.
hang on, I'm resetting the game. Hang on.
You'll know exactly who I'm talking about when you see him.
Well, pick the closest thing to an anime girl in a mech. So.
And
Oh
it
boy.
turns out I chose the nicer mode because apparently there's an open world mode where you have to hit checkpoints and you have to find them using your radar.
What?
Which I didn't know
made no
about.
sense. The radar made no sense.
So,
Question.
Bangerra, how was that game?
Did Andy have the same issue where the car would just lose all inputs and you could not get back to the stage?
Yeah,
Did a
there was
couple times.
there's a water current in the water level, and if you got close to the ground, you'd pick up speed again. I found out. That was my question marks.
Yeah, though.
It is worth noting
dumb.
that Bangerra, you were ahead of Andy for the first 10 minutes or so because you figured out how to drive
figured
close
out-
to the first.
Yeah,
That goes fast.
I thought about it. I was like, huh, what did the demo do? I don't know. That looks like a girl. It might be a guy. It looks kind of close to a girl. I don't know. There's Kuga. Yeah, my friend Kuga. Oh, there's an anime girl.
Oh, boy.
Kusogrand3, that's a guy.
No. Well, there's the actual anime girl.
Leo
It's Color.
Aldo.
There's Barbecue. Okay.
Barbecue.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
who we need to see.
Oh my gosh, that
He's driving
vehicle.
a cornmobile.
By the way, that's the slowest and probably worst car in the game. But
I'm not
just have to see it because it's so majestic.
I should have been propeller. Mech saved my butt. It's fine.
Yeah, it seemed like actually going with a slower vehicle. I don't know if it handles better, but it gave you more wiggle room on the shields, and it gave you a bit more reaction time to all those special obstacles you had to face.
Even though I had a fast vehicle, I had major issues staying ahead. So I wonder if it's just rubber banding.
I don't think there's actually that much rubber banding.
I don't think there's rubber banding. I had a lot of long leads on my opponent.
It's mostly, I think, going out of the course ended up slowing you down quite a bit.
Loses a lot of time.
Yeah, going a little bit slower ended up being helpful for Andy's side. Yeah, so Andy,
Because
guess
while
what?
your vehicle faster by about 70 FPS, whatever the FPS is.
My cap was like 384.
Oh, mine was
your cap was 384?
412 or something.
Jesus. Yeah, I thought I was cruising, but I wasn't apparently.
Yeah.
So Andy, you are the victor of the winners bracket. You will be going to the grand final. Bangerra, you still have a chance to come back in this. As long as you win your next match, you are in the grand final as well.
It's just more Kusogrand3. Perfect.
Oh yeah, just teeny.
Oh, I should have threw. What was I thinking?
So
what was the fastest vehicle in the game?
Bangerra's vehicle, the blue furry guy.
First selection.
Okay.
Yeah,
exactly. I kind of want to see what that's like.
He goes really fast.
Behind the view camera is that
the camera's slow.
Doesn't turn with you.
Yeah, I know the camera
all.
turns slow. That's why I was so happy first person existed.
in the water level, it would just be at an angle the entire race, and you could not help
Well,
it.
it's worth noting that Andy actually got to experience the L2 and R2 buttons.
Yeah,
all they do.
They don't help.
Is that they tilt your angle, and there's no way to center it back. So you just kind of have to tilt it back and forth. You should never hit L2 and R2.
Yeah,
but that's kind of why I didn't tell you the controls, because I wanted you to hit L2.
Why.
And it also works in first-person view, so you can be going forward while tilted to the right, and it will be super disorienting.
I'm not gonna lie, this car is fast, and the shields aren't that much lower. It's only like 30 lower shields, but my controls are not inverted this time, so I can't drive.
Okay.
I played with normal controls.
I played no Star Fox, I know where this was going.
Oh boy. Yeah, Bangerra, the thing that you missed, I think once Andy got to stage 4, it got nuts because we were like, we're gonna vomit watching this.
Yeah, because stage 4 was just the goal, the actual track was like a rectangle instead of just the line, like an actual rectangle, like a slipstream, and it was tilted.
And it has this lined pattern that just doesn't work.
And when you get it lost in space, you get lost in space.
Did you learn how to hold a direction and turn? Did you hold right and... Okay,
because
I figured
it wouldn't do anything if you didn't do that. Holding the right would just lean to the side and not turn
that just
all.
strafes.
Yeah,
and
then strafe, and the face button for actual turn.
Pushing the face buttons kinda somewhat goes into a vague direction of the point, the thing you're pressing, but...
Yeah, that was, Yeah, once I understood, get close to the ground, it's like, alright. Then I got the lethal lava land and found out that the level designers were on crack.
Well, the Egyptians, yeah, they made so many pyramids. So many pyramids. Oh my gosh, yeah, and I can't believe that it just got nuts from there, okay? It just kept getting crazier and crazier. I'm really curious what the later stages are.
Well, we're not going to see that.
Nope.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there is a speed run on YouTube. It's an hour and a half long. If you want to see all 33 tracks, I guess. Yes, there are 33 tracks.
33 is a lot of tracks.
There's so many.
Yeah,
I was on 12.
We're on 12.
You
made
were
good
on
progress.
12. You made it more than a third of the way through, so good job, Andy.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. You know what? I think we're gonna jump over to a viewer's choice game. So thank you again, Andy. Thank you, bangerra.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah, see you in the grand finals, Andy.
Oh,
and
boy.
bangerra, we'll see you relatively soon. for
Oh, boy.
more
All right.
stuff.
Shut up,
See you guys
everybody!
next time.
Shut up! I'm playing my
See you next
video
time.
game.
Bye. Thank you so much for the host, Bugalo. And Mike, thank you for choosing that game. That was an absolute blast.
You're welcome. I had fun watching it too. It's worth noting that I don't think I'll be choosing the game for this next match that's coming up at 6 p.m. So I guess you'll have a quote-unquote nicer GM.
Yeah, we don't worry, we have a list of games that we have thought about for this, so yeah, it'll be fun.